Another effect on our gut biome is, of course, the food, which means that if we're consuming much more processed industrial food, it means that we're not giving the good food for the good bacteria to continue to develop and creating colonies in our gut. For example, today, ordinary people in the Western world eating for 1 year 60 kilograms of sugar per year. 100 years ago, more or less, common people in the Western world consumed 2.5 kilograms of sugar per year. There is a huge jump between the amount of sugar we consumed 100 years ago, and of course see that by the time there is a new appearance of new diseases in a form of autoimmune diseases, which is related to the different kind of nutrition that we start to consume. Just one example. Another example is the huge amount of antibiotics that is being used in the meat industry. So it means that when we're eating, for example, in cows or in chicken, which is much more common, it means that in the meat also we are consuming antibiotics not only from our doctor to solve some kind of diseases, but also from the animals that we're eating. So we are eating even much more antibiotics than we even thought. So it means we changed the amount of sugar. We're eating also antibiotics in the meat that we're consuming. And of course, we're eating less and less vegetables or fibers, which is much more important to the good gut bacteria that we want. And also because of that, we are not putting in our in our body enough short chain fatty acids that usually exist in vegetables. And these short chain fatty acids is what is creating the intestinal epithelius, which means the layer that we talked about that is separate between the immune system and what the food is going on in our digestion system. So these short chain fatty acids, it's to create this, how to say, the strength of that layer. And if we don't eat enough vegetables, then it means that the gut bacteria doesn't have any food anymore, and it starts to eat the mucus that is defending that layer. So see how the change of the food that we're consuming has a huge amount on the functional immune system and the digestion system, which is in the same house in our body. So a lot of times when I hear that doctors and gastroenterologists saying that probably there is no connection between food and and autoimmunity and IBD, I think this is a problem. This is the statement, and also the science is standing behind that statement. Of course, there are many doctors that don't think like that, but I think this is a huge, huge, huge topic that is should be much more related for us as sick people to understand.